This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Well, our local roads will soon get a lot busier with the start of tourist season starting in just a matter of weeks. But there's one area that sees heavy traffic year-round, the bridges between Palmetto and Bradenton. Right now, transportation officials are in Palmetto discussing how to keep that traffic moving. ABC7's Erica Jackson joins us live from Bradenton with what's being done to alleviate that congestion. Erica?
Good evening, Jacqueline. As you can see behind me, traffic is actually moving smoothly at the moment, which is a rare sight during the rush hour times. But 1/3 of the drivers that are traveling on the DeSoto and the Green Bridges, they're just traveling through Bradenton and Palmetto. So coming to and from areas like St. Petersburg and Tampa and Sarasota. And in fact, 2/3 of those drivers that are just traveling through the area, they're using the DeSoto Bridge, which can get pretty backed up as well.
I had to commute across the lovely Green Bridge for a year and a half. No fun.
It's been more than a decade since Jane Strelzik moved across the Manatee River from Palmetto into Bradenton. Her top reason for relocating, rush hour traffic on the Green Bridge.
If you left past a certain time frame, you were probably on the bridge for at least a half hour more than you would be if you left real early.
But she says the nearby DeSoto Bridge can be more problematic since there's not a shoulder for emergency vehicles.
I had a friend that was on it. They were in a dire emergency situation where they needed to get to the hospital and they couldn't even pull over.
I think this is a situation of really life and death.
The mayor of Palmetto, Shirley Groover Bryant, says the congested bridges also create issues for emergency responders trying to get to a crisis. Transportation officials have made it a legislative priority to replace the DeSoto Bridge, and she hopes the process can be expedited, like the recently completed Diverging Diamond project. Bryant says transportation officials need to figure out a way to eliminate the heavy traffic at intersections north and south of the bridges, and suggests adding an overpass over Manatee Avenue.
Unless that's done, it continues to be a conundrum, and yet again we have to deal with those issues of congestion.
Transportation officials are also looking to enhance signals, mark pavements, and make improvements to pedestrian areas for 9 other areas in Manatee County, like 14th Street West, south of Manatee Avenue. Bryant says drivers can't wait 20 years for crews to complete these projects.
Let's get it done.
Metropolitan Planning Organization will give an update at its meeting next Monday, and the next day on October 24th, the Board of Manatee County Commissioners will meet to discuss the local issues as well. Reporting live in Bradenton, Erica Jackson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Erica. Well, car accidents remain the leading cause of death for teens in the United States. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, in 2016 alone, more than 3,500 teens lost their lives in car crashes. A study by AAA finds that about a quarter of those teens had been drinking, and almost 60% of teen crashes are caused by distractions. Now, some tips for parents of young drivers include having conversations early and often about the dangers of underage drinking, impaired driving, and driving distracted. Also, make a parent-teen driving agreement that sets family rules against these dangerous behaviors, and stay engaged as teens learn to drive. And also put safety first by not participating in these activities yourself and being a good role model. Well, Florida drivers will now have more options on when they can pick up a new, more secure driver's license or ID card. Through December, more than 200 service centers will be added to the list of offices in Florida that currently offer the new cards. The new design includes nearly double the fraud protection measures than the previous one. It also provides the most secure over-the-counter credentials on the market today. The new design also incorporates designations for lifetime sportsman, boater, freshwater, saltwater, and hunting licenses. And after a spike during and after Hurricane Harvey and Irma, gas prices are finally coming down. This week, AAA reporting gas prices have fallen by 7 cents, with prices dropping by 25 cents just last month. The downward trend is only expected to continue in the coming weeks as long as there are no more tropical weather in the Gulf. As for production and distribution of gas, W.D. Williams says while demand has decreased, things are returning to normal at ports and refineries.
This has impacted the entire southeast. And then, what impacts Florida and the southeast does have ripple effects throughout the nation.
Florida's most expensive gas right now is in Miami and West Palm Beach, while the cheapest fuel in the state is being sold in the Tampa Bay and Orlando areas. Well, let's check in with Steve Newman for a look at our forecast. Steve?
Jacqueline, we have some great weather coming our way. We've got some thunder showers possible overnight tonight, but if you can look very carefully, there is evidence of a cool front heading southward. Not picking up a lot on radar, but those showers will increase as the front moves in our direction overnight tonight. Really, the only showers we have now compared to a stormy time yesterday at this hour, a few showers down in South County. They came up from western Charlotte County. Right now getting ready to wash out over Venice and move offshore. Venice still getting a little wet, but it looks like it's moving out of the Gulf as we speak, and really nothing behind it. But if we look at the future radar, the prediction, the computer model comes out with this, what it thinks the radar scope will look like. It's got a pretty good handle on those showers down in South County. And overnight tonight, another burst of showers and thunderstorms, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. They could be anywhere, but you get an idea if they're going to be showers and thunderstorms, it's going to be after midnight for about 3 hours. Temperatures are going to cool off into the 70s overnight, and then that increased chance of showers and thunderstorms in the small hours of the morning, bottoming out at around 73, 74 degrees. We have a complete look at how dry the air will get coming up in just a few minutes, and a look at next weekend's weather as well. Jacqueline?
All right, thank you, Steve. Now to more information on Colin Kaepernick. He's now going on the offense. The former 49ers quarterback filing a grievance against the NFL, claiming the team owners colluded to deny him a spot on a team because he led the movement to kneel during the national anthem. ABC's Aaron Kotarski gives us a look at those claims.
Former San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick took a knee last season to call attention to the killing of black men by police. Now he's standing up for himself. Kaepernick filed a grievance Sunday with the National Football League that accuses all 32 team owners of conspiring to keep him off the field. Kaepernick played 6 seasons in the NFL and led his team to the Super Bowl, but more than 36 quarterbacks have been signed since he became a free agent. His attorney, Mark Garagos, calls Kaepernick a top-tier quarterback and claims multiple head coaches expressed interest in signing him, only to mysteriously go silent with no explanation.
He believes that teams have passed him over time and again because of his stance on the anthem.
Kaepernick's kneeling during the national anthem created a movement. It also created a backlash that intensified last month when President Trump demanded protesting players be fired.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a off the field right now, out, he's fired.
Kaepernick called President Trump an organizing force in the collusion that is keeping him out of the game. The White House has not commented, neither has the NFL.
He has got to have actual evidence, something tangible, to show that 2 teams got together, or a team in the league got together and said, we got to keep this guy out of the league.
The timing of Kaepernick's filing is interesting. On Tuesday, NFL owners will be considering how to respond when a player kneels, links arms, or otherwise reacts during the national anthem. Aaron Kotarski, ABC News, New York.
President Trump is meeting with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell today as the president and Congress face a growing to-do list, but are running out of time. The internal battle within the Republican Party is escalating. As President Trump tries to make nice with top Republicans, his former chief of staff, Steve Bannon, is declaring war against the Republican establishment, including McConnell. President Trump says he understands Bannon's anger at McConnell and other incumbent Republicans.
Well, Steve is very committed. He's a friend of mine, and he's very committed to getting things passed. I mean, look, I have, despite what the press writes, I have great relationships with actually many senators, but in particular with most Republican senators. But we're not getting the job done. And I'm not going to blame myself, I'll be honest. They are not getting the job done.
Meanwhile, the president is still looking for major legislative wins before the end of the year. Before the end of the year, they'll need to tackle tax reform and protections for dreamers. And the president also wants Congress to strengthen the Iran deal and health care reform. Meanwhile, there's also the growing threat of North Korea. Still to come on your Suncoast News, the push for gun safety in the field of medicine, why doctors are being encouraged to talk to patients about firearms.